So if you're a fan of the Adidas Jellyfish model, there is some good news for you guys because there is a takedown model that's my box is destroyed first of all, but there's a takedown model that might warrant your attention, and this is the Squid or the XLG 2.0. Very similar to this shoe here, so I wanted to give you guys kind of a comparison, some of the things I like or dislike, and then let you guys know if it's a good cop or not. So I bought these overseas a while ago because the release of these have been very interesting. So the US release is on 2/5. I will have it linked in the description of the video. Bookmark it when they drop because basically it will be a fun release to see what happens. They have a bunch of different colorways planned for this model, and it is a nice takedown model of the more expensive Jellyfish. In fact, it's half the price of the Jellyfish. So these are $300, and then these are $150. So very interesting move from Adidas. Leave a comment in the comment section. What do you guys think? Is it good or bad? I like the idea that you have something a little bit more accessible with the lower tiered model, the Squid as they're dubbing them, versus the Jellyfish. But some people aren't going to like the fact that it's like almost like a Jordan mid, a Jordan 1 mid approach versus like a Jordan high or Jordan low. They're going to look at it kind of like, oh, this isn't as good as the original. And I get that. But at the end of the day, it is nice to have alternatives and options out there. So if you don't like them because you'd rather get this shoe, then you don't have to buy them. I mean, that's a good thing. But it does give somebody the opportunity to get something that looks very similar and has a similar sort of trend. So, but anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first of all, I got my Jellyfish at Complex Con. This colorway is rumored to be releasing again, actually, and they have a couple other colorways coming. Love that model. It was one of my top 10 sneakers of the year, top 3 sneakers of the year for last year. For a new model, it's a fantastic looking shoe, in my opinion. Again, it's going to be very agitating to other people where they're like, nah, it's just weird and it's too big and bulky, it's too wide. There is some people that aren't going to like it, but then there are people like myself that look at the shoe and go, okay, I get it. Like, I know why they were $300. It's expensive, but they're definitely like a well-built pair, even though it's using synthetic materials and synthetic overlays. That being said, the takedown model is what we have here, and on the box, it is the Adistar XLG 2.0, like I said. It was $140 overseas price, so I think it ended up costing me, with shipping and stuff, I think 160s, maybe even 170s. But as soon as I got them, I was like, whoa, this, I mean, for sure, it definitely takes cues from the other model. One of the things you notice right off the bat is the overlays of the plastic rubberized panels on the sides. These are not near as exploded as on the Jellyfish model. It's definitely a much tamer version of that, which some people are going to like a little bit more just because it is so explosive on the other pair. Like these really have like sides that protrude out and they look a little bit funky. But that similarity on the side is not the only thing that draws the parallel to the other model. Another call out is this is the XLG 2.0. They did have a 1.0 as well. I don't think it ever saw a US release. And then they do have just the regular Adistar, which is what both of these models are actually themed after. And then they have the similar like lines of the upper and everything. They're just not near as wide and not near as like pronounced as on this model. So the original Adistar is definitely something that is noteworthy, like where the roots came from for this. It's not like it just came out of nowhere, which I think is a kind of a fun thing. Now a little bit of a debate. Do you think Pharrell and Adidas created this with the intent to create a takedown version? And what do you think Pharrell is thinking in his head with the takedown version of the Squids versus the Jellyfish? Do you think he likes it or dislikes it? Obviously, you get some sort of revenue with Adidas and the partnership in general, but do you think it's kind of like biting the cool factor with the other model here and the fact that they're going to release a lot of different colorways and make these probably more accessible? It will be interesting to see the rollout. Will it be like actually successful? Will they sell out in colorways? Or not. I'm honestly on the fence. I don't know if it's going to sell it right away just because of the temper of the market right now. But in my opinion, it's nice that they emulate something that is so popular right now, and that is off the big brother Jellyfish. So back to the comparison between these two, like really, it's fun because you look at them side by side, and this does look like a takedown version of the Jellyfish. There is a dual layer of mesh on the toe box that you can see on one, and there's a faint little distinct 2 layers of mesh on the other one, but it's done in a cheaper material. Also, the rubberized section of the toe comes up much higher on the Jellyfish, and then it's more standard on the XLG. You have the same little overlays in the 3 sections in the front by the toe box, but they're done differently. The 3 on the Jellyfish look like they're almost inlaid inside of the leather little toe cap area, or the mock leather toe cap, which does give it a really nice little effect. It definitely gives it more of a premium feel. And speaking of premium feel, I mean, you go up the shoe, I mean, the liner is more premium in my opinion as well. Like, it doesn't feel quite the same. This feels like a little bit of a cheaper material. The liner on the Jellyfish actually does feel a little bit better. And even the padding on the tongue, more standard, Adistar cushioning on the regular pair here, the XLGs. And then on the Jellyfish, it's definitely a thicker padded tongue, and so that's definitely noteworthy. So as for the weight of both of them, the XLG weighs 1.04 ounces, and the Jellyfish weighs 1.35 ounces. So 3 ounce difference between the two. Rightfully so, you could definitely feel it, like just because of, you know, the extra layers on the upper, but also this midsole and outsole is very similar, but also a little bit different. So the midsole sculpting looks pretty much the same. There is a smaller little line that comes up on the XLG that you don't see on the Jellyfish version. And the sculpting in the midsole is actually different on both of the models, so it's definitely noteworthy there. But it feels fairly similar because it both does have the same type of cushioning, which is the Adiprene cushioning from Adidas. I will say side by side they were pretty comfortable. I did feel like the Jellyfish is a little bit more comfortable, and that's just my own opinion because I did wear these all through ComplexCon, like the second day and the next day after that, because they were just super comfortable, surprisingly. As for the sizing of them, true to size, I would say is just fine for this. I did get a half size small on the Jellyfish just because that's what was available, so I got a size 9, and I will tell you they fit me actually perfectly as well. So you know, like I'm a sneaker guy. I can wear a 9 to 12 or whatever. But reality is, like, these were actually super comfortable in a size 9. They were probably a little bit more snug than my average pair, but I think the average person would wear those and go, yeah, this is like a perfect size for me. So do with that what you will. Sizing wise, leave a comment and let other people know if you can help them, because I'm like, yeah, 9 fit me fine, and then a 9.5 fit me just fine as well. I'm like the guy that watches movies and goes, yeah, it was a good movie. Like, you know, 70% Rotten Tomatoes, 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, yeah, it was good. But yeah, any which way, it is what it is. Another thing to call out is the rubberized overlays on the Jellyfish versus the other pair. Is this is more of a plasticky like overlay, except for the 3 stripes on the sides. Those are more like rubbery feeling. But on the Jellyfish model, they are more like rubbery feeling on all of the layers. They don't have as much of a plasticky feel, like a TPU plastic feel. It's more, again, rubberized. So noteworthy there. It does feel a little bit more jelly-like. Also, you do have rope laces on the Jellyfish, and then you have the standard oval black laces on the Squids. Now, the outsoles look actually very, very similar on both pairs. I would say that the Jellyfish actually has a thicker tread, but there's more tread on this model, which makes it a little bit heavier, as I already mentioned. I do like on both of the models, though, something I missed on my review is the little tentacles on the bottom, the little circles and stuff. That is the same for the Squid version as well. So I like that they added that little bit in, because it does make it kind of nice. Overall, this is a pretty big chunky shoe. Obviously, that's the trend. I still wear, like, you know, tapered pants and stuff, so I'm not on trend at all most of the time. And, you know, it is part of the way it goes. I think for those people that wear, like, wider, baggier pants and stuff, like, this is definitely something that is going to just mesh very, very well with it. And I do like the idea that this is a little bit more affordable than the $300 version. However, if I had a choice between the both of them, and this is just an older, seasoned sneaker person, I mean, I definitely like the Jellyfish better, just because it is a little bit more of like an evolved version over, like, it's like you're committing to this big oversized thing, and then they really committed to it and made it like that much more explosive and crazy. Again, the waves on the sides, I love the aesthetic of the shoe. And on feet, I think they look excellent as well. The fact that they're comfortable also makes these a big plus. And yes, they're extra wide. Both of them are very, very wide. Anyway, moving your way back to the back details of the shoe, you can see that they are very similar as well. You almost have a V shape back here with a bunch of notches on the side. And that is kind of similar to the Squid version. The Squid version actually like is sewn into the midsole a little bit. So it does have a line down and then another line down, but it doesn't actually come together along the midsole. What does happen though is you have a little bit more of that Adiprene cushioning that does extend up a little bit higher where that bottom notch is. So the molding on the midsole does run up a little bit higher on the Squids than on the Jellyfish. And then for the back of the midsole, you do have those little 2 pods of the Adiprene material, so that is very similar on both of them as well. And as for the width of the shoes, the heels are actually pretty much the same. The forefoots are a little bit different. So you actually have way more width on the Jellyfish than on the Squids. It actually protrudes up quite a bit more. The other part that looks very different is on the Jellyfish. You do have this little section. That's kind of like a little gill right here on the sides of the Jellyfish. You don't have that on the XLG. So overall, how is the Squid versus a Jellyfish? Again, it's kind of like a little bit of a takedown version, as everybody kind of can establish by looking at the shoe. I mean, when you try them on and wear them, it feels a little bit less comfortable. It looks a little bit less flashy, but at the end of the day, it does offer a ton of value because, again, it's half the price. So considering that, if they make excellent colorways of these in the future, I really think that this is a pair that people could pick up and really, really enjoy. But leave a comment in the comment section. Do you guys think this is a go or not? If you guys are interested in buying them, again, I will link them in the description. It might be a blank page, but once the 2/5 date hits, it will refresh and will show you guys the actual shoes. I still think that it's a fun alternative, and considering how impossible these are to get, I think that people are going to want to gravitate and try these out to see kind of what the baby brother feels like. And in my opinion, I think they're going to be pleased with the baby brother for the price point. I mean, again, 150 is fantastic considering the $300 of the other one. But leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. I've been under the weather the last couple of days. I'm trying to get better, so I'm going to get out of here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And again, if you guys are interested in buying them, I'll have them linked and look forward to the release. And it will be interesting to see how it unfolds. But hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day. Thank you guys for stopping in and watching. And hopefully we'll see you back on the channel for some more content. All right. Peace, guys.